Testing. Hey, everybody! Wait. We need a mic.
Mic check, 1, 2.
There we go. Hey, I know there is one hell of a long line to get to this conference, but welcome. We're starting a little bit late here at the Esports tournament. So thank you all for coming. I am Des. I work at Lightning Labs, but I also am super lucky to work on this project called MintGox with this gentleman right here.
Hey everyone, I'm Andre. I'm the co-founder of Zebedee, powering the entire arena. So we'll be talking to you guys about what we're doing today, some of the schedules, some of the sponsors, the tournaments, and some of the history of MintGox, right? MintGox is an esports arena that started in 2020, so maybe Des can kick us off and tell us the story of it.
Yeah, so as you all know, this is not a shitcoin conference, this is a Bitcoin conference, and if there's yes, who loves Bitcoin? We need the hype, and who loves gaming? That's our thing. That is our thing. We are gamers, we love Bitcoin, and that's what we're here to do. And so I guess it was
March 2020.
March of 2020. And if you all are familiar with the Lightning Network, which is a second layer protocol built on the top of Bitcoin to make Bitcoin cheaper, faster, and easier to use, that kind of that scalability brought about the opportunity to build new use cases on Bitcoin, and one of those being gaming, especially with micropayments. And so there's a ton of really cool companies building in this space, one being Zebedee, Thunder Games, Satoshi's Games we have with us here today, and we had Donna Lab. There's just a lot of really cool stuff being built in this ecosystem. And so, yes, pre-pandemic, we were doing cool things, planning conferences, wanted to do stuff in person, and then the pandemic hit.
And then we had to move everything online, right?
Yeah.
So we created MintGox. MintGox is it's a monthly esports tournament, and we gather around people that are interested in Bitcoin and also in Lightning and really want to see that future together. And we have a lot of games that we'll be talking about. March 2020 was the very first instance, and I think we had maybe 100 people participating online. At our last one just a month ago, I think we had upwards of 20,000 transactions across multiple games with hundreds of people playing. So it's evolved a lot, and this is the very first time that we're doing MintGox in person. It's actually interesting. We discussed this a year ago. Imagine if MintGox becomes an actual esports arena tournament, and a year later here we are. So it's awesome to have all of you participating with us.
Yeah, and this is, you are playing games. You're not just playing games and winning Bitcoin as a prize. You're actually interacting with Bitcoin in the games. And so one of the cool things that Zebedee has done, they have an infused product. You can actually, stats are streaming in the game. I don't know if you want to go into that super quick while we're...
Sure. So Infuse is a technology that we created at Zebedee, and there's always this scenario of creating your own games with Bitcoin. That is a very large ask, as if you're in the industry, you know that competing against AAA titles, you can name any of the large-scale games. It takes many years to build them and lots of development time. So we created Infuse. It's a way to infuse Bitcoin into currently existing games. So we chose Counter-Strike, the very first one. It's the sort of the title, the major title for esports tournaments, and we infused it with Bitcoin. So we have lots of servers, and each and every one of you can come and join later on and participate, and you really see your life is your Satoshis, right? Your Bitcoin is your life, and you shoot someone and you earn Bitcoin, and you die and you lose Bitcoin. So it sort of changes the incentive structures around the game, introduces new dynamics, and I'm thrilled to be able to share this with everyone here.
Yeah, and if you shoot the chickens, you get 10 sats. That's my specialty.
That is true.
There's a lot of other cool stuff being done. If you check out the Thunder Games table, Jack Everett from Thunder Games is building some really great mobile games. I think he has, right now, 30,000 monthly active users, well over 100,000 downloads in the Google Play and App Store. There's just a lot of really cool stuff, and I'll let Carlos from Satoshi's Games give some of his stats as well, but there's just a lot of cool stuff going on in the space, and so that's what MintGox is about, is really showcasing what these companies are doing and what is possible when you start putting Bitcoin and real world value back into games. And so that's what we're here to do today. There's going to be a ton of events. Check out the agenda. It has changed a tiny bit. After this is Carlos will be speaking, another quick talk, and then, and then we are going into another CSGO tournament. Check out the Bitcoin Rally. You can start playing games. Come find us. We'll talk more about it in a bit. But we do want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors. One thing that we forgot to mention is that here today and tomorrow we will be giving out over 1 Bitcoin in prizes in these games.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's kind of massive. But we are able to do that thanks in part to our sponsors. One being Bitstamp, L'Atelier, and we also have some really great swag sponsors. So we have Gooder glasses, we have Gamer Goo, so if you get sweaty palms, just sweaty palms in general, check out Gamer Goo. We have Shamery that does a playing card game, and we have some other cool stuff to check out. And then obviously, I'll give this sponsor thank you to Zebedee. Without Zebedee, none of this would be possible. They are sponsoring this room, so definitely check out Zebedee. Talk to the Zebedee folks, and yeah, was that?
Yeah, and just to make sure, if you come and play, you're almost guaranteed to win swag, Bitcoin, and vouchers. So really try and participate as we start to open the gameplay.
Literally, everyone will win. I win. All the time. So cool. Come and stack sacks. So with that, we will hand it over to Carlos Roldan, who is building Satoshi's games.
Thanks, everyone. Round of applause for Carlos.
Thank you. Cool. So my name is Carlos Roldan. I'm the CEO and founder of Satoshi's Games. We're about to see a video announcement/update about what's Elixir and what are we building at Satoshi's Games. So if we can play the video. All right. So yeah, I think there is some technical issues, and we're about to display the video. So Satoshi's Games started back 2 years ago with one main focus, and was building games with Bitcoin, especially on Lightning Network. That's the only way it's possible to give away and replace the soft currencies and games with the native currency of the internet, which is of course Bitcoin and only Bitcoin. So with that said, we're about to show what's the actual video of Elixir. Elixir is a desktop gaming platform that comes as well with a marketplace where users can play Bitcoin games safely without issues with the terms and conditions of other applications like Steam. Okay, we have 1 minute left to display the announcement of the video. So I'll keep introducing what's Elixir. So people can come and play around 7 Bitcoin games, and they can keep stacking sats and earning Bitcoin, as well as liquid assets, which are liquid NFTs. And we have 2 setups, so 2 gaming stations, one there, right behind the actual arcades, and the other one is back in our booth, which is just right at this side of the arena in the bottom of it. Cool. So if the video gets started, we're gonna keep going until the video displays. Okay, cool. I'll keep talking. Yeah. It seems there are some technical issues that they are not able to display the video. Okay, so I'm going to just jump ahead in the presentation, and then we'll figure out how to play the video. So what's going on gaming lately? There are some issues going on, and they're pretty heavy, though. So users, gamers, don't own anything. They are just spending time and resources on gaming, on playing games, and then they don't even get nothing after it. So they just have some fun, and that's cool. That's pretty much all of the story. So they don't have any way to liquidate their experiences. All of the time putting into games into acquiring assets, skins. They just stay there, and then they don't have any way to make a revenue out of their time they put in. Not only that, as well for studios and game developers, they don't have any kind of retribution, so they are struggling with high fees of the market.
We have the video ready.
Cool. I just know like the video is ready, so we're gonna about to display the video and I'll continue after with the presentation. Cool. So yeah, that was the introduction. So with this said, let's gonna continue with the presentation. I'm about to keep going. So if we put the slide, I was talking right now about issues that studios have to deploy their games. But as well as that, because there is no native way to make these games working with Bitcoin, they are struggling because they have black markets. So people are trying to sell off in the black market those skins. So we have plenty of CSGO skins trying to sell in secondary markets, and that doesn't affect any publishers or studios at the time of making their business model. And there is some alternatives because there are other crypto platforms and crypto gaming projects, but they are very focused on other chains. So they are not Bitcoin focused. They don't have anything to do with a scalable way, a secure, robust way to use in their platform. So they have so many gaming going on in Ethereum or whatever shitcoin is there, but there is no other project going on Bitcoin and using Lightning Network for an actual desktop, a launcher desktop. Cool. Let's continue. So that was Elixir. That was the intro of the video. We've been working on it during the last 2 years to make it happen, and we've been testing that. So Elixir basically protects users and cares about developers at the same time. And I'm just gonna head on the next slide, so you're gonna be able to see how we make it happen. So we make 3 components that they work fluently and they work within each other and they match like a recipe. So we got this desktop launcher I was talking about, and it's like Steam, but it's Bitcoin focused and it's safe for Bitcoin games or any crypto game. Because I don't know if you guys have been trying to, or game developers or anything similar, but if you try to deploy your game in any platform that is very centralized, there's only a few like Steam or big games, then just because implementing Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency that doesn't go through Steam coin or there's local coins, you're just putting your business at a risk because they don't accept those ways of payments because they don't have control over it. So that's why the desktop launcher is critical. You can play games, and the actual native currency of this desktop is Bitcoin. We also have a publisher dashboard, which is the second one here. Oh, shit. It is this one. And basically what it does is it helps game developers to deploy their games and to monitor, and it's just a tool for game developers. And the last one is just an NFT marketplace where gamers and game developers can just create their NFTs or liquid assets of their skins or whatever they want to tokenize using the liquid sidechain, which is a Bitcoin sidechain. Yeah, so those are some more details about it. So the desktop application is available on Windows. It's already live. You guys can check it out in any of the game stations. We have like 7 games ready to stack sats. That's cool. We also have friend support, so you can game with your friends and making a good fun with them. And you can also have some mobile games working with this. So it's ready for mobile and people can go and check out in their mobile phones. We have an APK if anyone wants to download some of the games that they work on mobile, which is Thumb Beholder, one of them. The next slide is a little bit more of details about it, about the NFT, the platform. So you can buy skins and sell skins in all of the platform to other users and then trade them for Bitcoin. And the last one, is we provide tools and SDKs for game developers so they can make this happen, as well as they are already doing it, and we are just populating the platform of Bitcoin games. So those are 7 games available right there, right now. And yeah, probably most of you have heard already about our main title, which is Light Night. We've been working on Light Night over 1 year already. And those are the rest of new launch we are doing. We're launching a survival game, multiplayer FPS. Then we're launching a tactical shooter, which is like CSGO. So we are as well focusing on esports. However, all of these games are published on Elixir voluntarily by their game developers, which means we have totally compliance over using Bitcoin through those games. And then we're using as well a puzzle, Sugar Sats. That one is pretty addictive. It's like sugar, like Candy Crush. And then 2 mobile games, which are a tower defense and just a casual game, a clicker, Thumb Beholder. So that's cool, and that's us. I'm just gonna leave for the ending and the closing remarks the survival trailer, so you guys can check out one of these 7 games we are launching in our platform Elixir. So yeah, that's cool. Can we play the last video? Thank you very much. That's everything. Thank you.
I'm good. Hey, thank you, Carlos. Amazing. Love everything that Carlos is building with Elixir and Satoshi's games. Are you good? Yeah, he's here still. He's gonna still join us. We are now going to go live with 2 very popular gentlemen from the UK. We have Chris Moss, who also goes by Mandelduck on the interwebs, and he is working. He's a game dev, and he's a co-founder of Zebedee. And we also have Jack Everett, who is the CEO and co-founder of Thunder Games. And they are both going to be joining Carlos on stage, along with Celia, who is also at Zebedee, who will be moderating a discussion just on Lightning and Bitcoin gaming, and kind of the industry trends that we're seeing and how we're seeing the market evolve. So if we could get Celia and Carlos back up on stage. And then if we could get Jack and Chris up on the stream. We're going to do this a little bit virtually since some folks couldn't make it here today in person. So thanks, guys.
Oh my God, you have your hands full. Right, hey, Carlos, we're together. No, but hey. Oh yeah. Ooh, that hurt.
When you hold the mic, don't cover the blue. Yeah.
Oh, this is us.
Ah, that's us.
Awesome. Sorry, we're just messing around here. Hey, are we live?
I think so.
Dope.
We are live.
Awesome. Well, Carlos, we're the only two that made it in person. We have Chris and I believe Jack, who's joining us from the UK, both of them from the UK, and all these wonderful people today. What's up?
Hey guys, happy to be on stage with you.
Hey, welcome,
Unfortunately,
Yuri.
as you guys may have noticed, we got some technical issues here with the internet and stuff.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do here is, so that we can like fix all our stuff, we're just gonna cut to the UK guys, okay, and they're gonna do a takeover.
Okay.
So you two are very
Let's
lovely,
hang
but like unfortunately,
we're getting there.
we're gonna have to move you to later until we fix all our stuff. To the people in the arena and to people watching us online, we're sorry about this, but like internet problems, you know, what you're gonna do about it. So we're just gonna get some like backup stuff going on from our UK headquarters, and
Excellent.
we'll be back from the stage in like let's say about half an hour.
Yep.
All right,
Catch
thank you
you
all.
soon.
Going live.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any background music? I guess I can't hear it.
Yeah, it's going.
We're live, I think.
We live?
Yeah, I can see us on the Twitch.
Amazing. All right, well, let's get going. Hello, Miami, from the UK. The UK's two most famous Bitcoin gaming experts. So the next half hour, I'm just going to show you through my Thunder Games project. And I've got my partner in crime here, Chris from Zebedee. Handle Duck.
Fox my name now.
Oh, yeah, sorry, mate.
Okay, I think people know it.
Well, yeah, it's awesome to have Chris here with me. I've done a few streams with Chris, but I think you haven't done one with me on my stream yet, so it's good to have you.
I've been waiting for an invite after I've invited you 5 times, but you never returned the favour.
Yeah. Well, as soon as you said you'd pay me to join me, I answered my phone. So it's good to have Chris here because he's actually part of the origin story of Thunder Games. He was the first person I contacted in 2019. Be like, how do I add Bitcoin to games? And he had, what was it you had?
So I was working in a company in Japan who was actually, the company was a cool company, but we kind of splintered. Like they were more interested in blockchain and tokens, but I was just like building Lightning stuff with maybe without the boss's knowledge. Anyway, we were good friends with Nicolas Dorier and a guy called Masahi, who they're all kind of big BTC Pay fans. So I think we built a Unity BTC Pay SDK, so you could power your Unity games. So Unity is a game engine that Jack uses to make his games, but you could power that with a BTC Pay server, so you could kind of like non-custodially, take payments from your game and give out payments. I think that was it.
Yeah, it was awesome. I thought when I first saw that, I was like, oh wow, Bitcoin gaming, this is the next big thing. And I thought there was going to be way more people who were doing it in 2019. And literally, Chris seems to be the only one. There was also Constantine from Donalab and the Satoshi's Games team. And I remember trying that SDK out and sort of hacking away, trying to learn LND. I've
just looked up the message now. You sent me a message on Twitter. Hi Christian, I was chatting to the guys in the BTC Pay server Slack and recommended I reach out to you regarding Unity-based Lightning mobile payments for games. That was it.
And what was the date?
I'm currently looked at a couple of open source Gits, Donalab and Indie Square, but kind of got stuck in the weeds with them. Anyway, yeah. That was June the 4th, 2019.
What? That's 2 years ago. Exactly today.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh wow, it is, yeah.
That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
Serendipitous.
What? Crazy. That is crazy. We didn't
Evidence
plan
that we're
that.
in the Matrix.
Oh.
Everything is planned.
Yeah, I remember using that SDK and I found a couple of bugs and I felt really proud of myself. I was like, oh, and I started telling BC Pay server I found this bug, that bug. It was a good time. So Chris basically, he gave me some resources and I started hacking away. So I thought I could make something of it. So I went to the Lightning Network conference and Chris was like my only person I knew in Bitcoin. So he very kindly chaperoned me and introduced me to a few people. Like, everyone from the Zebedee team.
I remember that because you were actually only going as like a participant. You weren't actually displaying there, but we actually found like some table space next to us, and you just thought, "I'll just set up," kind of like a impromptu businessman. So
I think someone might not have turned up or something, and there was a spare booth stand thing, and I was like, I'll just stick my laptop on there, and I'll just present as if I've actually got the product.
But it looked well, and people really liked it. I think that's the beauty of hyper casual games. It's great to show up at conferences.
Yeah. So that conference was basically the start of Thunder Games. As soon as I got home, I was like, right, incorporate a company. I'm going to give this a go, and I released that. Bitcoin Bounce was the game that I showed at the Lightning conference, which we'll show in a second. But before we move on to what Thunder Games is, I just want to give a shout out to Richard La. He is currently my favourite Bitcoin musician. So I don't know how loud the music's coming out, but in the background we've got his music playing. So if you like his music during the stream, please scan the QR code next to me and that'll go straight into his Zebedee wallet. You can tip him. If you've got a Zebedee wallet, you can send him a message. He would love receiving some tips. So my suggestion is send him 1,000 sats. Everyone out there listening, get practicing.
Did it. There we go.
Oh, you did it. Well done.
Yeah, you're Richard La.
We'll give him a shout out again in a bit. So yeah,
He's basically virtually busking now.
yeah. Honestly, I love his music. I love it. I just met him I randomly on Twitter created a new Bitcoin music group called Bitcoin Gigs on Telegram, and he was in there and he put his music in. I was like, whoa, this is awesome. Can I please use it on my streams? So all of my streams I use his music, and compensation is he gets all the tips. So let's kick off. Let's just show what Thunder Games is all about. So we've got 2 games at the moment. This is from our website. Bitcoin Bounce, which was the original Lightning Network game we made for the Lightning Conference, and Turbo 84, which is another Lightning Network game where you can win Satoshis. And how our platform works is we basically just run events, or like a small scale version of MintGox. So right now we've got 4 events running. The Miami Road Trip, which is how fast can you drive in the Turbo 84 game. Miami Bounce-a-thon, which is how far can you bounce on the blockchain in Bitcoin Bounce.